fans of Neil Young might soon have one less place to listen to his music. The rocker wants Spotify to remove his music from its streaming services due to the spread of COVID-19 misinformation on Spotify's popular Joe Rogan podcast. In a statement, he said, quote, "I am doing this because Spotify is spreading fake information about vaccines, potentially causing death to those who believe the disinformation being spread by them." Now, he gave Spotify execs an ultimatum saying they can have Joe Rogan or Neil Young, but not both.
Damn, Neil Young's got balls. Because, yeah, he's popular, but he's going up against the guy who's so popular that he's the reason kids now have horse dewormer in their lunchboxes. I mean, at the same time, though, Spotify should think about this. Think about who's going to leave a greater legacy. You know, in 30 years, what are people going to be slow dancing to at their weddings? A Neil Young ballad? Or clips of Joe Rogan being wrong about the vaccine?
I don't think it's true that there's an increased risk of myocarditis.
I don't know. It actually kind of works. Now, look, to me, the outcome is clear. Between Neil Young and Spotify, the winner of this beefsus is guys who love to talk about how everything sounds better on vinyl. This is the perfect excuse for them to tell you, why are you listening to Spotify anyway? The bitrate totally ruins the dynamic range. All right, next up, the artist who soundtracked your quarantine, the Empress of Evermore, Taylor Swift. She's been dropping albums almost every week, but according to the guy from that British band that was an Oasis, she's not putting in enough work. Let's see the beef!
Looks like there is some bad blood between Taylor Swift and Blur frontman Damon Albarn. During an interview, a recent interview with the Los Angeles Times, he claimed Swift doesn't write her own songs. He said writing music doesn't count if you co-write, and that co-writing is very different from writing. Well, Taylor swiftly hit back, slamming the musician on Twitter. She tweeted, "I was such a big fan of yours until I saw this. I write all of my songs, my own songs. Your hot take is completely false and so damaging. You don't have to like my songs, but it's really messed up to try and discredit my writing." Albarn later responded with an apology, saying he had a conversation about songwriting that was reduced to clickbait. He said he apologizes unreservedly and unconditionally, and said the last thing he would want to do is discredit Taylor Swift.
Yo, that was the fastest ending beef of all time. Because 1 minute the dude was like, yo, Taylor ain't shit. She doesn't write shit. And also, I'm sorry, Taylor. Please don't hurt me, please. And I'm not surprised he realized how wrong he was. I mean, guys, T Swift is one of the most renowned lyricists of our generation. Meanwhile, Blur's most famous lyric is, woohoo! And by the way, people, there's no shame in co-writing, right? I'm not saying Taylor Swift does. I'm just saying there's no shame in co-writing. Don't forget, even God had co-writers, right? It was Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. They all helped with the Bible. And no one ever says God's fake. I mean, except Ricky Gervais. But he's going to hell anyway, so it doesn't count. Anyway, it's no surprise who the winner of the beefs between Taylor Swift and Damon Albarn is. It's Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, you see, finally, the heat is off. Now he's in the corner like, yeah, get that Blur guy. And I keep the scarf. All right, next beef, y'all. I'm talking about Cardi B, the wappiest wap in the game. And thanks to her beef with a YouTube blogger, the Bodak Yellow singer is about to see a lot more green.
A legal victory for Cardi B. Yesterday, a federal judge awarded the Bodak Yellow singer more than $1 million after Cardi sued blogger Tasha K for spreading lies. TMZ reporting that the court found the YouTuber liable on 3 separate counts. Now, at issue was Tasha K saying that Cardi B once worked as a prostitute, did drugs, and contracted sexually transmitted infections.
Yes! Sue them, Cardi, sue them! People gotta know. Spreading lies about Cardi B is not okay. I'll show myself out. Or at the very least, if you're gonna lie, be smart about it, all right? If you're gonna talk shit about people, don't print them as allegations. That's libel. What you should do is add a beat. Now it's a diss track. At the same time, though, winning $1 million judgment from a blogger isn't necessarily the payday that it sounds like. Because, I mean, what are they going to do? Garnish her wages for the next 700 years? But even though the courts declared Cardi B the winner of this beefs, the actual winner is my friend Pete. Because you see, he said all the same shit about Cardi B, but nobody reads his blog, so he didn't get sued.